Good afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Danilo Acquistos. Now, welcome to the show today. We're so excited to have you, and I know it's been a long week, and the countdown has begun to Mother's Day in a few weeks or so. The lineup is incredible today. First of all, we've got international podiatrist and pedicurist. His name is Bastien Gonzalez. This man is insane. He's done the toes of many Hollywood celebs. We'll be hearing more of his story later on in the show. Plus, he'll be sharing some secret tips for you at home. Then we've also got image consultant Francois Louw joining us in the loft, and the two men combined will be taking three ladies on an image journey to help them improve their looks. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful show to watch. And also, I got a little birdie that told me that we've got a competition to run on the show today, and it is an incredible prize. Those details will only be announced at the end of the show, so you're going to have to stay tuned right now up until 5 o'clock. Our little Afternoon Express lamb chop is making lamb in the kitchen.
Good afternoon, South Africa. I'm Bonnie Mbuli. Welcome to our kitchen. And the reason why I have a lavender bush growing out of my bosom is because Clement and I are going to be combining some really interesting ingredients that aren't usually combined. It's vanilla and lavender, but we're not making a dessert.
It's not a dessert, you know.
Right?
I was challenged to create a dish using lavender vanilla. So obviously everyone was thinking, I'm going to make a dessert, right?
Duh, dessert, pudding.
No. Actually, what we're doing today, we're infusing lavender with some delicious slow-cooked lamb and vanilla with carrots. And that's going to be... It's a crazy combination, but it's going to be a star dish.
Well, I really love the sound of that because vanilla and lavender are certainly two of my favorite flavors. And of course, pop over to our website, afternoonexpress.co.za for the full recipe and shopping list. Let's head back to the couch with Danilo.
I'm sure you guys are going to make something so delicious as long as it doesn't smell like feet. Speaking of which, feet are something most of us find weird, and we prefer to just shove them in a pair of shoes and pretend like they don't exist. This is not the case, however, for our first guest. His passion for healthy feet has made him world famous, and his glamorous and unique approach to foot treatments have led him to work with the likes of Gwyneth Paltrow, Naomi Campbell, and Robert De Niro. In his career, he has done more than 58,000 pedicures. That's 116,000 feet or 580,000 individual toes. Joining us in the loft is world-renowned pedicurist and podiatrist Bastien Gonzalez. Good to have you in the loft.
Oh, thank you very much for the introductions. Very happy to be with you today.
Oh, so are we very happy. I hope you're not going to make me take off my shoes because that's not a
As soon as you're not comfortable, I will not do it. You know?
Okay.
But if you feel comfortable, we can look at it.
No, it's okay. We're not comfortable. No. I'm joking. So let's first begin with the whole start to your career, which is so interesting. You got so in love with podiatry from a massive ski injury.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a life you never know where it will bring you. It all started with, I used to compete in Europe for ski. And I broke, through a slalom, I broke a cross ligament, a very technical ligament in the knee. And I met a podiatrist who created an insole for my ski boots. So then the following season, because he said my feet are unbalanced, so I didn't really know what he was talking about, but the following season I won a lot of competitions. So my sponsor called me and said, what's happened? We didn't believe you will come back. And here you're winning again. And I say, I have insoles. So they look at me and they say, okay, what's I'm talking 25 years ago, it was very new. So come and work with us because there's things to do together. So I passed the medical exams to really understand the mechanic, to understand the biomechanic of the feet, 26 bone, 103 ligament, 51 muscles. Quite a complex part of our body that we don't know, as you mentioned.
The arteries even in our toes and feet people don't even know about.
Especially women with high heels and pointy shoes, which I don't mind about. Give quite a great shape.
And it's good for your business if they wear lots of them.
It's good and not good, if in the sense like if you take care of your feet, which is the whole idea of the success. It's education. If you take the word of pedicure, it's two words in one. Pedi means feet and legs, up to the knee. And I often say to my guys, we don't go higher. And curing the feet, pedicure is not about painting the nails. It's curing the nails. Feet are not only nails. We know nowadays, pedicure, manicure, we talk about nails. But what happened to the skin?
Yes.
Curing the skin. And the most important for me in a pedicure, the massage, foot and leg massage. So I put together that concept, sold my medical office nearly 20 years ago, and started to work in the spa industry, which was really new.
Which is so strange because how do you make that kind of transition? I know you've worked a lot with feet and it's a very medical science and you spoke about all the different bones that are available and ligaments available. But I think I remember reading that your grandmother played a big influence in that.
True. She made a big slide into going from the medical, purely medical approach to the natural beauty. 92 years old, I go to see her in Paris. She was a grand lady, you know, and something like that. And I go in the room and she was buffing her nails with a chamois leather. And I look at her and I think in myself,
Yes. This woman crazy.
She's getting a little bit cuckoo now, you know? And what was amazed about it, and I said, what are you doing? You know, are you okay? And she said, I cannot paint. I'm too old, 92. I think it will be vulgar.
Because too shaky or?
Yep, like red at my age will be a little bit too much. So by buffing her nails, she gets these natural shines. But coming from the medical background, what really impressed me was not really the shine, was more the health.
Yeah.
And at 92, she has amazing, amazing nails. Pink, strong, supple. We need nails. So I went back to my studio and I was, why she has such beautiful nails? Blood circulation. So when you buff the nails with chamois leather, and you have to be very careful about what you use on your nails.
Yes.
You know, I've been launching that concept now for 17 years worldwide. And a lot of companies started this little blog, file, but that's really reduced the nails, and that's very bad. You can use it on toenails, but fingernails, you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Because by reducing the nails, then you have a...
Make them brittle and
break also, and fragile for the bed of the nails, a very sensitive part of our body. You know, all the nerves, all the veins finished and go back. Yeah. So nails have a real actions. They are organs of protections. They are tools. You know, you need your nails to pinch.
The nose, some people. We know your children. Yeah.
So it's very important to keep your nails healthy in that sense. And when women put colors, they discolor the nails. The pigment will burn the nails. So
and with normal nail polish that they're using.
All nail polish.
Wow.
You know, when you paint your nails, the pigment. You know, 58,000 pedicure you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Out of 58,000 pedicure, 92 women will stop painting their nails after their treatment. Sure. The reason is they paint to hide. They don't paint because they want to
bring out natural beauty, yes.
So now I always challenge them, telling them, how long do you keep your makeup on your face for? How long do you keep your makeup on your nails for? And then they look at me and they feel guilty. You know, that's the same ideas. You can cover your nails constantly, but after 3 days, you have to clean and help your nails to be healthy by using oil, you know, to make the nails supple. You know, nails are dead. People say, oh, my nails don't breathe. No, they don't breathe. They never breathe. Imagine when you clip your toenails, you will need like to bend the feet. That's another type of business. But the nails are dead. The bed of the nails need to breathe. It's a very specific skin where the nail is attached, and the nails will grow as a train, you know, like on the rails. So nails being porous, the hair goes through the nails. So by covering it with plastic, because nail polish and this new generation of very strong...
Just covers up all those pores.
It's like painting cars, the same product, you know, so it's quite unhealthy, in my view.
There's so many, I think, mistakes that maybe a lot of women are making, especially because of your experience, and you've taken this to the world because you feel like women around the world need to know this information. But what's some other mistakes are women making besides maybe painting their nails?
Pushing cuticles. So people look at me and say, but how do you do with your cuticles? You know, we have this discussion earlier together, like, you don't push cuticles.
Yeah. And by the way, I've also found out today that cuticles aren't the little piece of skin on the side of your nail, that stuff that you always bite off and pull out, which is really painful. The cuticles sit on the back of your nail bed, which is, I didn't know.
Yes, there's a lot of non-understanding about one of the most basic treatment in the beauty industry, pedicure, manicure, which slide more into a nails care, nails artist, which is a beautiful name, and they do amazing work, but they are not doing manicure. They are not curing the nails.
I see. They're just covering up.
Yes, they're hiding or they're creating a sculpture of sometimes, you know. So bringing back these ideas of cure, bringing back this notion of education as much as my staff, because I spend a lot of time with them, as much as clients, you know, you always want to be educated. You always want to understand at any age. And the good news is, calluses for me is pure neglections. At any age at your life, you're not supposed to have calluses.
Yeah. So how do we go about in a daily routine, especially because Mother's Day, I think, is just around the corner and everyone's wanting to know how to spoil the women in their lives and how to make that very special. Maybe sometimes we can start with just basic tips. How do women in the country and around the world look after their skin daily, their nails, their feet?
Quite badly, I would say. So we have to change that, and that's why I'm very happy to be here today.
Okay.
The most basic things to do, it's very simple. It's every night when you go to bed, 30 seconds on each foot. And I always said, if you're not married, you put it in the contract. Darling, you want me to wear high heels, massage my toes,
if you
massage
have an anti-nuptial contract, make sure that that's written in there. Okay.
So, and simple, you know, not at the end, that's for me the end of the feet, you know, playing with your toes, 5 seconds, you know, just make them move, because high heels, pointy shoes, here, you know, with the good weather, beach, flip-flops, you know, you hold the shoes, so you release the tension on your toes. You know, feet spend their life into contractions. They never really stretch, you know.
Yes.
So then you repump the fatigue cushions, which under the feet, and that's it. It's 5 seconds on the toes, 5 seconds on the front of the fatigue cushions to bring it back to where you need it, and then in the central on the back heels.
And I'm sure it also draws a lot of blood flow to it, which is really healthy for the skin too. I must actually ask you, I've always wanted to know, because I mean, you being a world famous podiatrist and helping out with people's toes and feet, and who is in the celebrity kingdom has got the ugliest toes?
Well, that would be hard to say, but a lot.
The royal family?
I will, no, because we are trying to fix some of them.
Okay, so you've done a brilliant job. So for now, their feet look amazing.
You know, everybody sometimes are a little bit impressed, oh, what does that mean? I think when you reach a certain level in society and you want the best, you're ready to get it. You know?
Exactly.
But I want to shine at another level where everybody can be inspired. Come to have a pedicure de Bastien once in your life can have a big change. And if you follow the advice, because we have a lot of tips, I love to give tips, you know, I think it's the best. You know, education by funny little tips will help people. And I will go back just after with the cuticles we talked about. It's to give this idea of educations. So you mentioned the cuticles earlier. On the side of the nail is not cuticle, it's accumulation of dead skin. This accumulation being pushed down by most of the pedicurists with a stick wood, and they compact it. Can even change the shape of the nails by too much compressions. And I always say, use an electric toothbrush, and you use it on the side at the end of the showers.
Ladies, don't use your husband's toothbrush. That's a bad idea. Tell him about it first.
And that will just help to clean out the dead skin. A little bit of oil. You have beautiful drawing nails on the side.
Bastien, these are some incredible tips, and I can't wait to get more from you on the show. So thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. More to come later. Absolutely.
As he said, Bastien will be back later in the show with a very special treat for some very special ladies. So make sure you stay tuned to that. After the break, we're making lavender-infused lamb, and we chat to top South African beauty expert, Francois Louw. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Today in the kitchen, we're cooking with some different ingredients, but I would have thought that the flavors that we're using today are pretty obvious, and I'll tell you why. Do you want to know why?
Okay.
Because they're lavender. Fantastic! Clement, I'm so excited to be in the kitchen with you today because we're slow cooking some lamb, which is my favorite dish to always make. Even on the braai, I'm always cooking lamb. When it comes to anything, choppies are my favorite. So I can't wait to see how you're going to combine lavender and the lamb together.
And in South Africa, we have the best lamb.
Yes.
Don't listen to what anyone else tells you. It's the truth. We have the best lamb in the world.
Bad.
Okay, so what I've got is
It's not bad, yeah.
I've got a beautifully French trimmed rack of lamb. That means that all the meat between the bones have been taken out already. So I'm just going to score it. What that's going to do is just help that fat render out. And I've taken this meat out half an hour already, and it's been standing at room temperature because I want the meat to relax and to get to that I want to say as close to room temperature as possible before it hits the pan.
Yeah, so we're giving 3 ladies a lucky treatment today, but it seems like our meat is also getting a really good treatment before
We're just all about the giving.
Yeah. I hope our ladies also aren't going to be shoved into a frying pan after the take today.
No, hope not.
Okay.
Full of jokes today.
I'm terrible today.
Okay, so pan's heating up. There's a whole thing about sealing meat in a hot pan. Well, I'm actually going to go against that. I'm going to put the meat into a cold pan.
Reason?
Let the temperature come up and let the fat slowly render out. Because what we obviously say, put your meat in a hot pan to seal it, right?
Yes.
But if I'm putting that into a hot pan, I'm sealing the fat.
Oh, I see. So you want to try and let that fat slowly start to melt off, which as the temperature increases, it'll slowly start to get a little bit more.
That's exactly the theory, and fingers crossed it works. Just joking. I've tried this, so I know what I'm talking about. So, lavender and lamb.
Yes.
Seems strange, right?
It doesn't sound too strange, I won't lie to you, because lamb usually goes with the slightly sort of fresher flavors. It goes with the mints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So lavender is just a slight infusion of that.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to infuse those lavender flavors into the meat. I mean, I've seen lambs grazing on lavender before, and for me, if the animal eats it, paired with the animal, it should be fine, right?
That lamb's breath must have smelled amazing. Okay, so how do we go about creating that seasoning?
So I'm going to let this keep on going, and you see it's slowly coming out. Yeah. The seasoning is actually pretty easy, so what I'm going to ask you to do is to pick some lavender for me.
Oh, that's so difficult that I can... Oh, wait, actually, I don't even know how to pick lavender. Do I take the little flowers off too?
You don't know how to pick lavender?
No, guys, I'm serious, because lavender is such a pretty little thing. You never really know whether you must pick the base out of it, like just take the little leaves off.
I'm only teasing you. Just break it off anyway.
Oh, anyway, okay, so I don't have to be sensitive about
the one thing about lavender, it grows like wild. Okay. You don't have to be too worried about it. So, it just takes over.
So lavender farms are not going to give me a complaint and say to me like, how dare you injure the lavender? Okay, you never really know.
So slowly you can see that our meat is starting to brown. Oh, actually no, you can see that it's starting to separate. You see the fat's opening up a bit there. You can see some of the oil in the pan starting to render out.
So it's doing exactly what you wanted it to.
Exactly.
Okay, this lavender's already, as you started breaking it off, smells amazing. And I mean, if you're making this at home with all your guests around the house, if you really want them to understand what kind of delicious dish you're making, definitely throw in some lavender there, because once it's in the home and that garlic hits the pan, oh, your guests are going to want to stay for hours and hours.
And they're all gonna smell good.
Oh, yes, they are.
So what I'm gonna do is let's just pretend that all that fat is like slowly rendered out. We've got a beautiful crust on the fat, which is kind of happening already. I'm gonna leave that like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start infusing the lavender flavor. And for that, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. You won't need that much as the fat renders out, so a little bit will be fine. Just get that in like that.
Oh, yummy.
A little bit of butter.
And the butter obviously adds that creaminess, that rich creaminess flavor to
And
it.
saltiness.
Ah.
And meat loves butter, so that, just like that. And then our lavender's gonna go in. So just get some of the butter in the lavender.
So you're almost not actually stuffing the meat with the lavender to get the flavors to force themselves to infuse. It's just sort of,
It's just
as
an infusion of
aromatics are
flavors.
around it, it'll...
The lavender goes into the butter goes on the lamb.
Ooh.
Everybody's happy.
Okay, that's delicious.
One of the most amazing dishes I tried this year was pappardelle pasta with lavender.
Yummy.
I mean,
I've never had
first-
crocodile because I feel like ethically I don't know if I could do that, but
I know.
apparently the
it's
flavors are insane.
It's an Italian recipe.
Yeah,
and
how
I was
crazy.
like, that's crazy.
And what are these other ingredients you've got here? Because I see vanilla. I think that's going to be used later, correct?
Vanilla is what we're going to use for our carrots. And again, we're being really smart about pairing the ingredients. We're not going to kill it with like too much vanilla, too much lavender.
Okay.
So,
And there's garlic as well.
no, the garlic's going to go with our lamb. So we spoke of, oh, look at that, look at that.
Delish.
We spoke about crushing our garlic. It's already been crushed. I'm going to break it into pieces. A little bit in there. Get that garlic flavor in the butter just at the end. Spoon it over.
Oh, yummy.
So this guy's going to go to the oven. Can you smell that already?
It's also amazing because that garlic has got a really nice, like, deep flavor to it. That butter's also got a nice creaminess, a richness to it, and that meat and the lavender. It all smells amazing. If you want to make this at home and get those smells, like, sort of roaming around your kitchen, you better find this recipe on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. You can also find the shopping list for this recipe. All the ingredients you can find there on afternoonexpress.co.za. Over to the couch.
Now, our next guest is well known to the SABC family. He's a familiar voice on Jacaranda, RSG and SAFM, and he's been a regular guest consultant on SABC's One The Link. He also hosts image workshops and specifically concentrates on hair, makeup, styling, and wardrobe. Joining us in the loft is image consultant and makeup expert Francois Louw. Welcome to the loft, Francois.
Thank you so much.
I follow you on Instagram, and you always have the most beautiful images, and your life looks so glamorous. But at the heart of it, you're really just passionate about beauty. How did your passion begin?
You know, it started from a very early age. My mom has been in the beauty industry for almost 40 years now. And as a small boy, I gallivanted all over the country with her to all these small little beauty workshops.
Wow.
So I think that came as an inspiration because it's not only about beauty, it's about the whole industry and how it can change women's lives.
Wow.
It was never planned for me to be in the beauty industry. I always wanted to be like a businessman in a business suit. But it just came about me being in this industry, showing off my passion and, you know, help women just to enhance their natural beauty and make them feel comfortable with themselves.
Well, the incredible thing is that you did end up a businessman in a business suit, except you're just doing what you want, right?
Yes.
But what always fascinates me about people who choose careers where they're an unlikely fit because it's mainly a female-dominated industry is that when you were growing up and you knew that this is what you wanted to do, how did you deal with people around you kind of, you know, socially stereotyping that career and saying you can or you can't do it?
I was always very embarrassed, you know, as a man being in the women's industry, but I think I made it work for myself. And that's where I got involved in the media so much and, you know, being a spokesperson. Because I do sometimes feel that women are more comfortable listening to a man when he gives them, you know, a few tips here and there.
That's true.
You know, when it's women giving those tips, they might be a little bit of a bitchiness coming out there. So
That's true. That's such a valid point. But so you've given beauty consulting tips on various platforms, from radio to television. How did you actually get into the industry and incorporate all the wealth of knowledge that you have?
So I started at the age of 20. I had an opportunity to move to Johannesburg at a cosmetic company. I was there for 5 years, and it was almost like an in-house training. And I did see that media does play a really important role in this whole industry, not only so that people can follow you, and that's not what it's about, but it's to give give your knowledge. So it was basically, and you know, very often people ask me, where did you study? Where did you study? You can't really study it. It needs to be a passion. Of course, you need to do a few courses, but it needs to be a passion, and it must come naturally to you. And that is the gift I would like to give to women, just to show them, you know, it's actually so easy. You don't need a full-on makeup artist and hairstylist and a wardrobe stylist with you all the time. We've got everything to, you know, within our power to change ourselves.
Which leads me to the next question. I mean, a lot of millennials now, women look up to beauty icons like the Kardashians, Beyonce, and they almost have unrealistic ideas of what it means to be beautiful. And they can't really achieve that standard of perfection because these guys have teams, like teams of 5, like traveling with them every day.
Yeah, this
is
what we don't realize.
So how do we bring it home?
So, and it comes back to when we see all these different techniques, when you talk about contouring. I mean, this is how they look so amazing.
Right.
So how does the natural lady out there, she doesn't know anything about contouring. And this is my problem when it comes to social media, because it's so far-fetched that our normal ladies in South Africa, they can't do that. So this is where I come in, and I would help them just to show them how to do it in a natural way.
Wow.
And it's all about how to achieve your natural beauty, not to be someone else that you're not.
Which again leads me to my next question. In this quest for this elusive beauty and this idea of perfection, we're seeing young women making choices like bleaching their skins. And somebody that is top of mind is Mgciza, the Kwaito artist. I mean, is there a line that we can draw in the sand and say, okay, this far and no further in my quest for this elusive idea of beauty?
I don't think ever there is a line. For me, it's important that most people should feel comfortable in their own skins. So it's all what you want at the end of the day. What is the end result that you're looking for? What is it that you want to look like? And of course, how much money you want to spend on yourself.
Wow.
So no, there's no line. For me, it's just always important just to be yourself, look natural. And this is where the line actually comes to, is the problem with a lot of these stars that we look up to, they don't look all natural. And this is something that we should never aspire to. We shouldn't look at someone that does not look natural. And I think social media plays a big part in this, where a lot of people aspire to be something that they can't be.
Yes. You also hold workshops around the country, and you've worked on a couple of campaigns, and you've worked with some well-known names in the country. Who are some of the people that you've worked with, and what has been your journey with them?
So I've worked with many cosmetic companies all around Africa, and I must say it's been an honor to work with some of our biggest names in the cosmetic industry. But in terms of stars that I worked with, my absolute favorite was Minnie Dlamini.
Yeah.
You know, she's such an easy woman. People always think that she's quite a diva. She's not. Very easy to work with. And then someone who became a personal friend of mine is Mgciza Malotshwa.
Oh, yes.
You know, she's just such a wonderful woman, and again, always easy to work with.
Right, right.
I mean, over my journey in this industry, it's been fun. It's always just been fun.
That's absolutely incredible.
I'm looking forward to your call.
After the break, we're back with Bastien Gonzalez and Francois Louw, and we'll be introducing you to our 3 lovely ladies who'll be receiving a much-needed makeover. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, today is all about beauty on the show. We're lucky to have one of the world's top foot experts, Bastien Gonzalez, as well as one of South Africa's top beauty experts, Francois Louw. We're joined by 3 beautiful ladies who spend the majority of their time caring for others, so we felt it completely fitting to give a little bit back to them. First up, we have Natasha, who is a working mother of 2 and ironically works in the beauty industry but has little time to pamper herself. And so Francois has been doing incredible work so far in the meantime. Francois, tell us what you're up to there.
So I'm almost done here, but what Natasha said to me is she loves a more sophisticated look, but she doesn't have a lot of time. Her problem is that she has a very oily skin, so I'm a big fan of powders. So I just did a powder look over here, and I really focused on her eyes.
Yeah.
She's got the most beautiful, beautiful eyes. So what I generally did here is I used the eyeshadow, if you can just please close your eyes, and one mistake that a lot of women make is when they they apply eyeshadows, they hardly put it in the crease of the eye. So what I've done is I just put it in the crease of the eye because that creates depth. And if you are an older lady, we generally get these overhanging bags on top of your eyelids. So this just hides it away.
Oh, amazing.
Then what I also did is I used a very nice deep blusher on her. A big mistake a lot of women make is, and we see this always on internet or on television programs, is they put the blusher on the cheek. So what I normally do is I just normally do it underneath the cheekbone, and this creates, again, depth, and it enhances her cheekbones.
Oh, and she's got a beautiful structure anyway. So Natasha, you're looking incredible. I can't wait to see the final product later on. Oh, she looks so amazing. Then we have Sinah, who is a cook and spends all of her time catering to others' needs, particularly my belly in the afternoons. She's an incredible lady, and we can't wait to be pampering her today. What are we doing so far with Sinah?
Very interesting because she works a lot with her hands, being a chef, but also stand on her feet.
Yes.
And chefs don't really move, you know, they are
And
behind.
kicks me in the bum all the time.
Oh, that's another
I'm
situation.
sneaking food.
Yeah, and kick with her big toes. So the thing is, what's happened with her feet, she gets a lot of problems by standing. You know, this position is quite bad. So she has been developing a lot of calluses, a lot of corns on the back of her feet. So we had a procedure which is a 3-step procedure, which I love to call a true pedicure. You know, we clean the nails on the first time because the nails needed some attention. Then we went more on the skin with a different approach with a dry skin, so to be very precise. And then we give her a very good foot and leg massage, which will, I'm sure, will make her sleep quite strongly. And being a chef, she can work with olive oil, and that will give her, that's the tips we will give her, to be able to have beautiful nails and cuticles.
Oh, amazing. So one thing I want to ask you is, because she loves doing what she does, and I really want to know, how does she maintain that in the future, moving forward?
Very simple. You know, the education, which I love to say to everybody, and that we've been talking a lot about it, it's every day a little bit. You know, every day a little bit of foot care, taking care of the nails, the cuticle. Never push, don't try with the blade to cut, you know, with the
clippers, yeah.
So it's very important that she keeps something on a regular basis and not waiting for the weekend to use her potatoes, like to grab the calluses, but no moisturizing, putting a lot of feet attentions by massaging and repumping this fatty cushion. That's what we can see when she does the massage. She really works with a lot of attention on it. Play with the toes, you know, play like a foot massage is the most important.
Mobile. Keep them mobile. Lastly, today in the loft, we have Sadia, who is a mother of 4 and a teacher of 23 young students. So she really, really needs a lot of pampering today. What are we doing with Sadia?
So that was interesting because she approached on a different way. So she's working more, so she has less problem with her feet. So we focus more on her hands because touching papers, you know, playing a lot with the painting, you know, looking at kids on making sure they go on the right way.
Pointing that finger at them.
Absolutely.
Yes, we know.
Wanted the fingers to be perfectly clean and shiny, so to bring like, be careful, I'm coming. And so we are focusing on the manicure.
Yeah.
We will not push the cuticle because that's something very bad. We will more walk around. You know, the problem, sometimes people don't understand cuticles. We need the cuticles. Cutting, pushing is far too aggressive. So we will ask her even after the treatment how she feels about the way we work around the cuticles. And then we will buff the nails with a true definition of buffing, using 4 grains, finer than finer, to get a beautiful shiny aspect, like an artist, shiny leather, to be able to make it shine for a long time. Because the secret is she can keep that nails shiny forever, as soon as she can dry them after washing her hands.
You're quite passionate about talking about nail polish, because I know that's also sometimes quite a touchy subject. So what are your thoughts on that?
So when we do the pedicure or the manicure de Bastien, we don't paint the nails, because the philosophy is about more being a natural beauty. You know, I believe in natural beauty. I believe women more and more wants to look beautiful on a natural way. There's the evolution of beauty going that direction. So being able to bring that education out of a different aspect. Makeup is interesting to fix, but what is under it, you know, the good base, the natural base, that's what I love to focus. So buffing the nails is something which we love to do and teach how to do it. Education is a big aspect for us to when we do the treatment, you know, and that's where we get the interest of people, actually.
Sure. What I love about what you're saying now is that these women are really beautiful on the inside. We want to bring that out to the outside. So I can't wait to see their beauty that is inside also be reflected on the outside later on in the show. And because today is all about being pampered, life should not only be lived, it should also be celebrated. Jeannie and a few of the kids from Reach for a Dream spent some time making their very own delicious magnums. And boy, were there some delicious creations. Take a look.
Express yourself.
Everyone deserves to feel special on their birthday, and Jeannie D couldn't think of a better way to spend her birthday than to celebrate with children who are heroes in their own right.
So it's my birthday, and I'm definitely not the kind of person who needs an excuse to celebrate. But this year, myself and the kind people at Magnum decided that we're going to celebrate my birthday with a difference. We want ice cream, and lots of it.
The children are enjoying a VIP Magnum experience with Jeannie thanks to the Reach for a Dream Foundation, fulfilling the dreams of children fighting life-threatening illnesses.
The Reach for a Dream Foundation really is one of my favorite initiatives. I mean, the very concept of it, reach for a dream. I'm the kind of person that I have literally gotten to achieve my dreams in my life. And I think if I can inspire and help other people just to have a fraction of that in their lives, then it's absolutely my duty. Just the very concept that these people have come together to help these children that maybe wouldn't have the opportunity to do the simplest things that they would want to do and achieve in their lives, for me is just so important. So I'm so pleased to be part of this, and I really hope that today we're going to be touching some kids' lives. And I don't know any kids that don't love ice cream as much as I do.
Each of the youngsters got to show off their creativity, choosing from the fantastic array of toppings to design their own decadent ice cream representing their personality.
The ice cream that I created, it was a peppermint, honey choco, and the caramel choco. I decided to choose these toppings because I love them, and I love mint product. When I eat mint, oh gosh, like I feel like, oh, that's my favorite. I can't explain it.
The ice cream I created was silver balls, strawberry, and candy chocolate. It was very expressive, but it was the taste that I wanted to hear the first time.
The ice cream I created, I used caramel, almond, and popping candy.
The toppings I used, it was candy and chocolate cookies and caramel.
Best birthday ever!
The ice cream was great. It was awesome.
The ice cream, it was so delicious, yummy, tastefully.
The ice cream was so delicious. Oh, when you bite it, oh gosh, it was so delicious.
I know the kind of smiles that I get when I'm making these ice creams, so the fact that their smiles even went wider than mine was just really wonderful to see. I think they've had an amazing time.
Hanging out with Jeannie was very fun, and she's very funny, intelligent, you know.
Jeannie is a fun person. I love kids. He's a free person. You can talk to her anytime. She's not scary.
I have a lot of fun meeting Jeannie and taking photos, posted us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
I was happy to see her today. And the ice cream that I ate to a journey and took pictures with her.
Okay, so look what I've just got this tweet. So it's genius. We know how much you adore the kids at Reach for a Dream. So to celebrate your birthday, we're donating 5,000 Rand to them. How cool? Oh, that's so lovely. Oh, wow!
Today's experience was so cool, expressing, and I loved what we had today and seeing all the people that were here.
Hanging out with Jenny was a lot of fun in eating ice cream and choosing ice cream water.
My experience was great meeting Jeannie today. It was awesome.
Today I had fun. It was fantastic, and I love ice cream. It was so delicious.
I love children. I absolutely love kids. I've got so many kids in my family. I've got 9 godchildren, and the fact that I've gotten to spend today with all of these really amazing children has definitely been the best gift for me for my birthday.
By Buy an M Collection Magnum and win glamorous prizes. Find one of 500,000 keys engraved on your ice cream stick and stand a chance to win designer prizes from the M Collection by Mgciza and or a shopping spree worth 100,000 Rand at Sandton City. All you have to do is SMS the unique code found on the key to 37690. SMSs cost R1.50. T's and C's apply. Visit pleasure.mymagnum.co.za. Competition closes on the 31st of May 2016. After the break, we're making the second part of our lavender-infused lamb with slow-cooked vanilla carrots. I'm going to try my luck at this finding a key thing one more time and see what happens. I found a key! I found a key! I found a key!
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. In case you've just tuned in, today's show is all about pampering yourself. And there are many things that one dreams of after a long day's work, but none bring a greater sense of luxury and calmness than the smells and tranquility of a lavender and vanilla massage. After this, you'll certainly want to book yourself a day at the spa.
Immediately when I walked into the spa, there was a great sense of calm. What are the elements that contribute to the ambiance when having a massage in a spa?
So at our spa, our mission daily is to provide our guests with a flawless guest experience, that of which is tranquil, calm and relaxing. We make use of soft background music to relax your mind, aromatic scents and of course scented candles just to evoke your senses. And then of course your professional therapist to take you on an awesome wellness journey.
You've chosen two incredible scents for my massage, vanilla and lavender. What kind of effect will they have on my body?
You know, these two oils are such popular throughout the spa industry. So lavender oil essentially has high benefits on your skin, particularly in the treatment of treating acne, psoriasis and eczema. We then have the very happy sweet vanilla scent, which is just also calming and relaxing. And then it also helps in the aiding of treating migraines and then also menstrual cramps. And then these two oils in combination are packed with antioxidants. And don't we just love anything that helps to slow down the aging process?
What are the emotional and healing qualities of these two scents?
So you're having an aromatherapy massage, and we're using, of course, the lavender and vanilla. These two oils in combination are fabulous just to relax your body completely. If you think of aromatherapy, this is quite a soft, gentle, flowing massage. And what better to use a soft, gentle, calming oil to complement that massage?
Do you have any advice on how I can be still and calm my mind?
Well, I think massage is a fabulous way just to calm your mind and to relax the muscles. I think just trust your body's natural instinct to relax, be present in the moment and enjoy your treatment.
That was so wonderful. I feel completely relaxed and stress-free. And this is definitely going to be a permanent addition to my life.
You too can experience the serenity of lavender and vanilla. Today, we're giving away one 5-hour Camelot Day Spa package valued at 2,650 Rand and a Glade product hamper valued at 4,000 Rand. All you need to do is SMS the word Glade, your name and city to 33728. By doing this, you're automatically entered into the grand prize draw where you can win a bed makeover and consultation, a Sky Wings paragliding session and a Glade gift hamper, all to the value of 21,800 Rand. For more details and T's and C's, visit afternoonexpress.co.za. And while you're on the website, you might as well take a look at today's recipe because it is so delicious, because we too are fusing vanilla and lavender. And I see that our lamb is basically done its resting.
It's resting, that's very important.
Snooky, just resting. Just making sure he's resting okay. I just don't want to disturb him. We should whisper.
Thank you.
We should whisper.
No, we shouldn't.
Okay.
Let's go. So the next part is, I'm going to make a spin on a normal cream spinach, right? So I'm not going to do it in the pot, I'm going to roast it in the oven.
Oh, yummy.
So I'm going to get that out the way quickly before we start our vanilla carrots. So just on a roasting tray, I'm using Swiss chard.
Is this just to be different, or is there a reason why you're roasting it as opposed to like just doing it on the stove?
I want to be different, but it's not just because. It adds a different flavor, right?
Yeah.
So you're reducing the cream on the spinach. The bits that aren't covered with the cream will go slightly crispy.
Yummy.
The other ones will like slowly roast.
So it gives it a crunch.
It
Yummy.
does. So it's just a little bit of spinach, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, I would ask you to like get in there and start mixing it for me. You want to do that?
No, I don't mind. Okay. Do it. Get nice and messy in there.
So we coat the spinach just with a little bit of olive oil. That way it doesn't dry out.
Yeah.
And just some salt.
Okay, because obviously when you're doing it on the stove, you can put the lid on, which keeps all the moisture in. This time we're putting it in the oven, which is going to extract all that heat, so it's going to become quite dry. Olive oil helps solve that problem.
There we go. And some cracked black pepper. Always get it fresh. Don't buy the stuff that's already pre-ground.
What? Do you talk about the pepper?
The pepper.
Oh my word, just do it yourself in a
important.
pestle and mortar.
Exactly, because there's oils in there. Once you crush the peppercorns, the oils evaporate. No flavor, so you're eating sawdust.
Yes, boring.
Boring.
I've done that before when I used to have my hamsters.
So nutmeg goes so well with spinach and with cream. So it's a little touch, a little bit goes a long way. Again, if you can get it fresh, use it fresh. This is I bought it recently. It's another spice that doesn't keep for too long.
Okay, cool.
So buy it, use
it immediately. So go find all the recipes you can on Afternoon Express that has nutmeg. Go and search in that little search bar at the top of our website and just type in nutmeg. Hopefully you'll find every recipe that has it and just use it all up.
I've got some yummy cream. Cool. Just gonna drizzle that over.
Yummy. And obviously you're using just a regular cream here, right?
I am. Well, it's a full cream, full fat cream.
Yeah, so it's
that's
not
why
like
you see
a
the little
double
lumps
thick
of the
or-
fat in there, and that's good.
Okay.
So this is going to go to the oven, and you can baste it if you want, like a turkey. Add a little bit of extra cream as it's busy cooking. So pretend it's going to the oven. You can pop it your side.
We'll do one of those things where I go,
We'll do that at the end. So back onto the heat, we've got a pan and we've got some rainbow carrots.
Yes.
That I've just blanched in a little bit of water. 5 minutes just so they become slightly tender, and that's par cooking them. And just put them into some ice water to stop them cooking any further. So into that, just a touch of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Into a hot pan. So essentially our carrots are cooked. We're now going to be glazing them.
Okay, which is glazing obviously to add that sort of outer kind of, that shiny, but what is it, what are you describing?
Caramelization.
Caramelization, which adds a whole new dynamic to the flavors of the dish.
Yeah, yes. So
Yes,
true.
okay.
So my initial method with the recipe is to do it on a very slow heat. Today for TV we can't do that.
Okay.
But the lower the heat and the longer you actually do this, the more intense the flavor of the carrot
Yes.
becomes. I like the way your eyes go.
I get so into it. When you start describing these things, I forget that I'm on TV. I'm like, ooh, yum.
Okay.
And my mouth starts to drool, then you guys can see that.
All
on
the time.
camera.
They can't see the puddle that's on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little puddle at the bottom here. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so carrots in there.
So this is going to glaze as we said. When does the vanilla come in?
At the end.
Okay.
Because you don't want to cook it out too much, you know? It'll change flavors. You want it at the end where it's still fresh.
Okay.
And you get that fresh vanilla flavor. So just give it a bit of a toss. So pretend. Our carrots are beautifully golden. Can you see?
Oh my word,
goodness.
those are so beautifully glazed. They look amazing.
So I'm using, once again, we don't want to overpower the carrots.
Yes.
So I'm using the vanilla beans of half a vanilla pod. The other half, so many use. I don't even need to tell you what to do with it. You know what it's all about.
I've made a vanilla pod before when I was saving it for a gammon that we made with a champagne, that we made a champagne and vanilla pod gammon. Oh, it was so delicious.
You're so
that
fancy.
was one. Oh, it was one. No, but it was
Vanilla
such
and
amazing. We made
champagne.
it on the show. It was delicious.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was amazing. We did, genuinely.
Okay, so we've got
That's
our
us.
lamb resting, our spinach in the oven.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's in
and
the
our
oven.
carrots beautifully glazed.
Yummy.
So at the end, we'll plate this all up, and I've got an amazing dish for you.
Yummy. So if you guys want to get the recipe, it's on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. You'll also find all the ingredients, the shopping list, everything you need to know is on that website, afternoonexpress.co.za. After the break, we're going to reveal how our beautiful ladies look after their exclusive makeover by Bastien Gonzalez and Francois Louw. And remember, we still have that very exciting competition to announce, so don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, earlier in the show, we introduced 3 lovely ladies who give all of their time to helping others. Our 2 experts, world-renowned podiatrist Bastien Gonzalez and top South African beauty expert Francois Louw, have been very busy at giving them all a well-deserved makeover. It's time now to reveal their final looks. So let's first welcome Natasha. Natasha's a working mother of 2. She spends a lot of time. She actually works in the beauty industry and doesn't get much time to pamper herself. Natasha, you look amazing.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Did you feel pampered?
Very much pampered, and I learned some great practical tips as well on makeup.
You're probably not going to want to go to bed tonight and take off the makeup. You're going to want to sleep like this with a
Stay like this.
wrap around your face.
You
yeah?
must take lots and lots of selfies.
No, well, I'm going to now.
Yay! Our second makeover is a lady who's very close to all of our hearts. She makes our bellies so warm and happy. Sinah joins us in the loft, and she uses a lot of her hands. Sinah, you look so beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey!
Sinah cooks the most amazing food in the world.
Yeah, and so we've made a delicious meal for you too today, Sinah. How do you feel?
I feel great and stunning.
Oh man, is this the first time you've used this much makeup?
Yes, it's the first time, and I'm not gonna change. I want to stay like this.
And how are your feet feeling?
Oh, it's like I'm walking on the sponge.
Ready for a good night's sleep. And our final makeup for today is Sadia. Joins us in the loft. She's a school teacher, also a mother, and also wants to spend some time making herself look beautiful. And we have achieved that purpose. Sadia, how do you feel?
Wonderful, relaxed, and I had no school today.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
The kids are going to be like, that's not my teacher.
What I really love about all this is that the three of you ladies spend so much time tending to other people's needs and giving, and then you don't have time for yourself that much. So this is a really beautiful experience. Yeah.
Oh, and it's not going to end there. We're going to feed you too.
We have some food for you.
So I'm going to pass this around. I know you guys must definitely try and take a bite. It's one of our lambs that we've made. We've infused it with lavender, and there's also some. Oh, I haven't given you something to poke it with. We can use the forks there and just definitely take some. And there's also the vanilla infused carrots, which we've slow cooked. Oh, it looks so amazing.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. I can't wait to sink my teeth into that. But at the start of the show, we promised an exciting competition, and the time has come. Today, we're giving away a starter pack courtesy of Bastien Gonzalez, valued at 2,450 Rand. All you have to do is SMS the keyword, express your name and city to 33728, and you could be on your way to perfect feet and hands. T's and C's apply and are available at afternoonexpress.co.za.
So make sure you guys enter now. So much to give away on the show today. I'm so sad we have to say goodbye. Thanks so much to our guests for joining us, particularly Bastien Gonzalez and Francois Louw, and to all of our beautiful ladies. Go out and inspire the rest of the women around you in your lives, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, such an honor to have you on the show with us. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow, right on Afternoon Express. Good night. Happy eating. Coming up tomorrow on Afternoon Express, we catch up with Parcella presenter Carmen Pretorius and actress Ilse Klink, and we're treated to an exclusive performance by Felix Leban featuring Derek Gripper.
Another feel-good production.
Hi YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to us. Join the Afternoon Express family by subscribing to our channel right here, and we'll keep you up to date with all our recipes and of course our fabulous episodes. Also, feel free to leave a comment and share this video. We do love it when you express yourself.